Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys urged to pursue ex-Dolphins two-time interception leader. Two-time All-Pro and four-time Pro Bowl selection Xavier Howard is still searching for his next team. After being drafted in the second round in 2016, Howard has spent his entire career with the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins released Howard at the start of the new year and will designate him as a post-June 1 cut for maximum savings. Looking for his new home, Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report urged the Dallas Cowboys to pursue the Texas native. Dallas didn't add secondary help in the draft until it selected Wake Forest cornerback Kalen Carson in the 5th round. While the Cowboys are expected to have Trayvon Diggs, ACL, healthy and on the field in 2024, it couldn't hurt to add more depth at the corner position, Knox wrote in his May 6 article looking at 3 free agents the Cowboys should pursue after the NFL draft. Bringing back 2023 trade acquisition Stephon Gilmore could be an option. Gilmore was a very solid starter for Dallas in 2023, though that fact could put his price point out of the Cowboys' range. Instead of signing Stephon Gilmore, Knox wrote that the Cowboys should kick the tires on Howard. Instead, the Cowboys should kick the proverbial tires on four-time Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. A foot injury hampered his 2023 campaign, but the 30-year-old was widely considered one of the league's premier pass defenders before that. Over the past few seasons, Howard has been limited during his time with the Miami Dolphins with multiple injuries. He dealt with a foot injury in 2023 and played in just 13 games. According to Tom Pelissero of NFL Network, Howard was fully cleared for football activities in early April. Four-time Pro Bowl CB Xavier Howard was fully cleared for football activities earlier this month, his doctor informed teams in a letter, Pelissero tweeted on April 24. Howard, who's a free agent, battled a foot injury throughout last season. Some potential post-draft help incoming. Howard posted the worst coverage grade in his career in 2023 with a 51.9 coverage grade for the Dolphins, according to PFF. The ballhawk who led the NFL in interceptions in 2018 and 2020 has had just one interception in each of the last 2 seasons. His struggles this season could be due to his foot injury, which is what a team like the Dallas Cowboys would be hoping for if they signed him. The Dallas Cowboys drafted Kalen Carson in the 5th round of the NFL draft, but Howard could make more sense than an unproven rookie for a Super Bowl caliber team. It was a relatively quiet offseason for the Cowboys, which was a bit surprising. Not adding any other cornerback in free agency and with Gilmore on the market, Howard would fit them perfectly. Despite some of his health issues in recent seasons, he's still a quality starter. He also hinted at being willing to take a pay cut on an episode of the OG's podcast, which could interest the Cowboys front office. "My goal is always to win a Super Bowl. Don't let the money get in the way of winning a Super Bowl. Some people get paid, and some people win a Super Bowl. Some people do both. You do both, you're different," Howard said on Mach 19. "I want to be different, but I want to win a Super Bowl now. I've already been paid, but now a Super Bowl is what I'm looking forward to." If he's searching to play for a Super Bowl contending team, the former Miami Dolphins star makes even more sense for the Cowboys as they've been to the playoffs every year in the past 3 seasons. Stephen Jones shares why Cowboys didn't pursue Derrick Henry. When explaining why the Dallas Cowboys didn't pursue 4-time Pro Bowl running back Derrick Henry in free agency, team executive vice president Stephen Jones blamed their shallow pockets. "Our situation is just, and no one ever wants to say it, but it's salary cap," Jones told Adam Shine of SiriusXM Mad Dog Sports Radio on Monday. "And we just didn't have the money to allocate to that position in terms of where we were from a cap standpoint, knowing what we're looking at with quarterback Dak Prescott, and certainly linebacker Micah Parsons, and wide receiver CeeDee Lamb." Earlier this offseason, Dallas exercised Parsons' 5th-year option, but it has yet to extend Lamb and Prescott, who are entering the final year of their contracts. Spotrac estimates the Cowboys have $4.49 million in cap room, 30th in the NFL. However, giving Prescott or Lamb a new contract would clear more room, which they could have used to court Henry. He has since signed a 2-year $16 million deal with the Baltimore Ravens. Per over the cap, a Prescott extension would save $23.22 million, while a Lamb extension would save $13.49 million. Henry recently told Shine he would have considered joining the Cowboys if they showed more interest. Dallas may regret delaying new deals for its star players since it missed out on someone who could have increased its Super Bowl chances. To make matters worse for the Cowboys, their backfield is in a state of flux. Former Pro Bowl RB Tony Pollard, who rushed for 1,005 yards in 17 games last season, signed a 3-year, $21.75 million deal with the Tennessee Titans in free agency. As a result, Dallas must rely on RBs Rico Dowdle and Ezekiel Elliott in 2024. Adding Henry certainly could have helped Dallas improve its ground attack, which finished 14th in the league in rushing yards, 112.9, last season. Cowboys insider quickly puts Najee Harris trade rumors to rest. The Dallas Cowboys have reunited with Ezekiel Elliott, but they are now being linked to a trade for a Pittsburgh Steelers running back. After the Steelers announced that they were not picking up the 5th-year option on RB Najee Harris's contract, the rumor mill has been working at full strength. However, the possible trade could be a rumor and nothing else. 93.7 The Fan's Adam Crowley addressed the initial links, and then discussed the possibility. So here's the hot Steelers trade rumor. It comes from one guy from Fansided and the other guy from Bleacher Report, so I don't know if it's the most credible thing. I also don't know if it's not, because both of those guys say they have Steelers sources, and the rumor is this: the Dallas Cowboys could be interested in trading for Najee Harris, Crowley said on May 6. While the possibility is exciting, the validity of the reports has already been hit. NFL Network's Jane Slater responded to the development by quickly claiming it is just the rumor mill at work. On these Najee Harris and Cowboys reports, team source tells me clickbait, Slater later wrote on X on May 6. On the surface, Harris leaving Pittsburgh doesn't make sense. He made the Pro Bowl as a rookie in 2021 and has totaled 1,200-plus yards from scrimmage in each of his 3 seasons. But the reality is that the Steelers have 3 viable RBs and Harris might be too expensive. As Pro Football Reference shows, Harris exploded onto the scene in 2021. He racked up 1,667 total yards and 10 touchdowns, making the Pro Bowl but missing on the All-Pro squad. In the past 2 years since 2021, Harris has still been productive, but the averages aren't great. Harris has been fed a lot of touches, but has only averaged 3.9 yards per rush in his career. That's not abysmal, but it's not the kind of production that causes teams to extend an RB. In an era where RBs are more undervalued than ever, bailing on a player like Harris makes more sense than reinvesting. This is especially true considering that Jaylen Warren is the team's most dynamic RB, and the addition of Cordarrelle Patterson adds another physical option. Patterson may not be at Harris's level anymore, but he provides a similar dimension to the Pittsburgh running game. Any prospective move for an RB may seem out of the Cowboys' budget, but Dallas spent very little on bringing back Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke was once the highest-paid RB in the NFL, but is now one of Dallas' cheapest contracts. According to Spotrac, Elliott is set to make $2 million for the 2024 season. Elliott will make $1.25 million in salary, and will receive the rest via his signing and roster bonuses. Even though Zeke has passed his prime, that is great value for a reliable bruiser RB. Plus, there is plenty of incentive for Elliott to try and earn a better deal after his 1-year contract is up. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Najee Harris? Leave your opinion in the comments.